Welcome into the press box here at Simplesio Field. It's the JUCO Full Windup presented by Pepsi alongside Kyle Stanley. I'm Phil Stafford. We're here in the press box yet again due to some weather here in Grand Junction, Colorado. And the interesting thing beyond the weather today is actually how we could end the day with maybe 2 teams or 3 teams, but we did start the day with 4. It takes a math major to figure out just exactly how we end up.
Let's keep this simple for everyone that isn't understanding of how exactly this bracket works. If McLennan wins tonight, then we go to a Saturday game for sure. If they do not win tonight and Northwest Florida wins, we could end on Friday if Northwest Florida doesn't lose it all in this tournament. But McLennan wins tonight, we've definitely got a Saturday game.
All right, so why don't Kyle and I just stop talking? Let's get to the highlights and figure this one out. Both of the teams in tonight's matchup entered the tournament ranked outside of the top 10. Coach Doug Martin's son, Brady, leads our pregame coverage.
What are you doing?
Interviewing people.
Come interview me, come on. Feels pretty cool, isn't it, man? I think you can hit a home run if the wind was blowing like it was last night.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Brady.
Who's your favorite player, babe? Not you. That is a monster. He's not a monster. You're a marshmallow. And I don't know what he's saying, folks. Can I interview you?
You're going to interview me? What do we want to talk about?
Do you like this field?
Do I like this field?
William?
First of all, that's Dad to you. Okay, let's get that straight.
You think you can hit a home run on this field?
Guaranteed. Yeah. Do you think you can hit a home run here?
Oh, yeah. I can hit on center field.
Raiders catcher Tanner Halstead says he's ready to play just 2 days after being hit in the eye against Chat Valley. Remarkable fortitude by that young man. And before the game, the Grand Junction Challenger baseball program was formally invited to the 2016 Little League World Series, and one of the Challenger athletes did the honor of throwing out our first pitch, and he's no stranger to the crowd. Let's get to the action in the first inning. 1 out on the board, and Tucker Johnson pulls through with a sac fly to deep center, far enough to score Will Fox from third. It's a 1-run advantage for the Highlanders. With runners at second and third, Sean Feltner at the plate for the Raiders rolls over and chops it to short. Fox waits on it, rifles it over, and beats Feltner. Jack Finnegan gets out of the early jam. Finnegan started McLennan's first game against San Jack, and he was looking good again tonight. 4 Ks in his first 24 batters faced. Now top of the third, Johnson goes down swinging, but on the throw down to first, Hunter Benning is pulled off the bag. When he tries to get back, the umpire says Johnson got to the bag first. That scores Mason George, and that'll bring out Doug Martin because it would have ended the inning. No matter the confrontation, the call stays the same. So let's go bottom 3. Jaron Pinckney has been struggling at the plate, but this sacrifice to short will score Tanner Halstead. The Raiders are on the board, and they cut the lead in half. 5th inning, it's James Rudkin connects and sends this one back up the middle, scoring Kirby McGuire. 3-1, the lead for McLennan. The Highlanders add a 4th in the 5th inning, but then the rain showed up. After a short rain delay, the game is postponed due to poor field conditions. We'll pick it back up in the bottom of the 5th at noon on Saturday.
The game of baseball is the game of baseball, and we'll just have to, I mean, it is what it is. It rained. We didn't get the tarp on, and the field's wet, so we're going to have to come back tomorrow at 12 o'clock. Tomorrow it's just a game and a half that I'm hoping that I get a chance to play a game and a half. And, I mean, and Coach over here is, trying to win this one and then have 2 cracks at the title.
My hats are off to that kid. I mean, what a competitive kid. What a kid that just sort of refuses to, accept not being able to get out there with his teammates and play. If I'm a player, it inspires me. I mean, because, golly, if he can go out there and do what he's doing and, and able to compete at this level against these great teams, and, what am I doing? I need to pick myself up and try to get a little bit better out of, what I'm doing. That's inspiring.
Another elimination game and another 2 teams having fun before this one.
No, like when you're losing, need a few runs, just give everybody a piece of gum. It's magic. Can't do that.
Hey, let's suit up tomorrow. Okay? Let's put the uniform on tomorrow. Let's go, boys.
Get him, EJ.
Pirates on 3, Pirates on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Wind was a huge factor in this contest, but wind or no wind, Ross Grosvenor knows how to swing it. First inning double brings home 2 runs as the Senators strike first. But Chat Valley responds in the home half of the first. Will Campbell, with the bases loaded, finds the gap, and all Pirates are coming on home. 3-2, Campbell scored later on a suicide squeeze. But that wind plays a huge role here, sinking the Pirates' sails. Ramon Osuna gets it up in the jet stream, And Nolan Greco has all sorts of issues with this one. Ends up being a 2-run double with 2 outs, and we're tied up. 4th inning, still tied. Grayson Ivey, the sophomore first baseman, comes through in the clutch. Double to deep left center, almost goes out, but still good to score a run. It's 5-4. But the big boys delivered for Walters State. Osuna again. This time, there's no chance to misplay this ball. It's gone. 2-run job gives the Senators a lead. Next batter, Grosvenor. Again, laser beam shot. These guys can straight up hit.
Those are some large mammals they have there in the middle of the lineup, you know. Holy cow, that was freaking murderer's row.
5th inning, Cole Curry steps to the plate and says, you don't have to be a giant to hit one out of here. Blast ends up well over the center field fence, and the Boom Boys do it again. Walters State takes down Chat Valley 14-6 in 7 innings. 2nd year in a row that Coach Adam Thomas has to say goodbye after a loss.
What's your favorite part coming out here? Obviously, we've been out here for 2 years, and you know, I guess he wanted me to say something about a mountain or a mesa, or you know, just playing in the stadium and whatnot. But you know what my favorite part is the relationships. Okay, you know, relationships with these guys, relationships with y'all, you know, relationships with the town. You know, you fall in love with this place, and you fall in love with you guys, and you know, it's perspective, man. It's perspective. You know, you meet a lot of good friends, and you don't want to leave this place, not because you got put out of a tournament. You don't want to leave because of y'all, of them.
It's still surreal that we're even out here, I think, a little bit. And, you know, to pull one out today against a team like Chattahoochee Valley, as good as they are and what they were able to do so far in the tournament, you know, they knocked out or beat a couple of programs that are some of the best in the country in Yavapai and Iowa Western. And for us to be able to even compete with them was pretty dang good for our guys.
Community Hospital brings us our can't miss moments of the day. The top play is really just a tribute to the competitiveness and the passion of Tanner Halstead to get back onto the field and play just 2 days after getting hit in the eye against Chat Valley. He made some plays, actually scored a run for his team. Top play goes to Tanner Halstead.
And your home run of the day is once again a double dip. What do you get when you put a 245-pounder and a 250-pounder together in one lineup? An unstoppable offensive force. Ramon Osuna and Ross Grosvenor go back-to-back. They combined for 6 hits and 7 RBIs on the day.
If you'd like to see more can't miss moments, make sure you check out JUCOGJ.org. We've had plenty of highlights this week, and it's been a great World Series, but I will have to say here on day 6, feel a little unaccomplished because all we figured out was Chattahoochee Valley went home.
And the only thing we do know for sure tomorrow night is that Walters State is playing. We don't know who they're playing yet, so at noon, that's when we're going to figure that one out. We could even crown a champion for all we know tomorrow. That's the interesting thing. Starting the day off with 3, could end up with 1, but only time will tell.
We'll figure
this one out. We're going to wrap things up here on the JUCO Full Windup, brought to you by Pepsi. For Phil Stafford, I'm Kyle Stanley. We'll see you on Friday.